Guys, having positive self-talk is something that is extremely important if you want to succeed in your own individual regard. I think a lot of people have a hard time speaking well and speaking positive to themselves for multiple different reasons. Obviously, they fall into comparison, and they feel like they're not moving as fast as they'd like. And when you start to think those thoughts, your self-talk it doesn't really, there's no positivity behind it, and it's a very negative self-talk. So you have to understand the power of the tongue. So if you talk negative to yourself, and you speak like you can doubt yourself, and just know that you can speak that into reality, and before even failing, you have already failed. Your mindset has to be positive, and your mindset has to be, I can do it, and I can get this job, I can make this money, I can have this house, I can have this family, I can live out my wildest dreams, I can do it. Like, I just have to work at it. The videos that I make for this channel is like, a lot of it is me speaking to myself too. I mean, it's kind of what I'm doing. There's nobody with me, but I'm speaking to myself and to also people who need to hear this message. Because I'm not perfect. I'm not over here saying that, I'm a total success and I know exactly what I'm doing and I've gotten to where I need to be. I don't think I'll ever get to where I need to be. I think life is a serious, it's just a process. So there's no reason to think that you just made it, right? You'll never make it. There's no moment that you're gonna say, you're gonna take a deep breath and say like, oh, I made it. Life is, you have to work. You have to always work. And never become satisfied with where you are, because it's not, life isn't supposed to be just lackadaisical and easy. And obviously, like I said, there's balance. Of course you can relax, and of course you can be lazy sometimes, but that shouldn't be a lifestyle. Don't make that your lifestyle. The self-talk has to get a little bit better. I work on it all the time. I try to tell myself good things instead of bad things, obviously, right? The power of the tongue is really serious. So if you guys think you can do something, if you have dreams, just tell yourself that you can. But don't be too hard on yourself, because things take time. It's gonna take time, and just tell yourself that. Tell yourself that it will take a long time and it will be hard. And it's gonna, sometimes I'm gonna stress out, and a lot of the time I'm gonna sit back and, question what I'm doing, and just understand that, of course, everybody's heard the saying that life it's just a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're not sprinting to the end. If you jump into a marathon, 26 miles, and you start off sprinting, you're gonna be winning in the beginning. You will be winning. You'll be ahead of everybody else. But your pace will be too fast, and you'll try to do everything too fast. So then, how long can you sprint? Some people can sprint for a long time. Some people can sprint over a mile, 2 miles, 3 or 4 miles. But, there's gonna come a point where you can't sprint anymore. And all those guys that you thought you were beating, they're gonna catch up because their pace is much better. They understand that you don't have to look like you're winning in the beginning. It doesn't matter. It's just a progressive run. It's a progressive jog. So just remember that this is why social media is so terrible, because it's like it makes people feel like they have to sprint. And because you see these kids that are like 18, 19, 20, in their early 20s, and they're like millionaires. They seem to have their life figured out already. And, then kids who are like 25, 26 think that like, they missed the boat or something. Like, what? No. You're not going to figure your life out at 25. Like, I mean, it's very rare case. And why would you want to? Why would, that for 25 is the first quarter of your life. Like, there are 3 more quarters. You haven't even hit halftime. Like, you're trying to win the game in the first quarter? No, you want to play the whole game. Play the whole game. And while you're playing the game, just make sure you're speaking to yourself in a positive light. And if you can't handle the whole social media comparison thing, then get off. Just get off social media. Just because you're not winning as fast as like the Fortnite kid doesn't mean you're not winning. Winning is based on just you, how you are winning and what you're doing. If you lost 1 pound a month for a year, those are all wins. It might seem small, but like it's just, you're winning. You're making progress. All progress is good progress. Just remember that. I think people get caught up in, like I said, the whole comparison game, and it's like, I always say this, but you should only be comparing yourself to who you were prior, like yesterday or the week before, the month before, the year before. Just make progress within yourself. And never doubt yourself either. If you know you can do something, just tell yourself you can. Tell yourself you can do it. And I know it's hard because people love to put down a good thing. People love to put down good ideas and dreams. Like you hear this all the time. It's like you want to kill a dream, and you want to destroy goals that you have. Just tell it to like a small-minded person. They'll hit you with, oh, you can't do that, and how do you think you're gonna do that? And like when you start talking to people like that, then you start to like kind of think like that. You're like, oh man, how am I gonna do that? But you can do it. You just have to work at it, and you have to care, and you have to speak to yourself in a positive way. So always have positive self-talk. Make sure that you're making progress. And just because you're having bad days, those aren't setbacks. They're not really like, you're not taking steps backwards. Those are just moments that are making you stronger to continue. All these minor setbacks it's just minor setbacks for major comebacks. Always remember that too. I love that saying. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. Take time to recharge. If you're overwhelmed, take time to recharge. Take a few days alone. Don't hang out with people so much. Focus on your life and tell yourself you can do it, and tell yourself you can get there. You're just gonna have to work. Life is work. You gotta work hard, and that's all you gotta do. Don't think that you're not making progress, and don't think that moving slower than other people is a bad thing. Good things take time. You're not supposed to have everything good in like, a short amount of time. The first quarter of your life, you don't win the game in the first quarter. You still have 3 quarters you got to play. So if you slack off for the next 3 quarters, when you're up a bunch of points, you might lose the game. Life might creep up on you in the second half. So yeah. Oh, lightning bug. But yeah, take your time, guys. Have good self-talk. Stay calm. And just live the life that you want to live. And create the life that you want to create. And like I said, I'm going to repeat this one more time. If you feel overwhelmed, just take a step back and recharge. It's fine. Your battery is running low. It's all good. Throw yourself on the charger. Wait a couple of days, however long it takes to charge that phone, and just get back after it. It's all good. It's really all good. All right, guys. That's all I got to say for this one. Peace.